welcome to Cage Minds. I'm your host, Micah Frankel, and today I'm joined by Rakim Thorpe. Sir, how you doing?
I'm good, Micah. How you doing today, sir?
Man, I'm doing great. I heard you got some big news for us.
Yes, sir. I'll be making my pro debut in about a week out now. You know, last time I spoke to you, I was making my pro debut, so this is the part two. You know, I came down with COVID in February, so my fight got canceled. I bounced back pretty strong, and I'm feeling strong. I'm feeling ready to go. I'm excited, and I can't wait, man.
What was the news like? What was that moment like finding out that you tested positive and the first fight was going to be canceled?
Well, I was training pretty hard, and I was feeling pretty good, and then honestly, I was feeling kind of weird, like 1 week during training, like after I started sparring, I like dropped to a knee because I couldn't breathe or anything, and I thought nothing of it. But then my coaches and my managers like, I think it's time for you to get tested. So I got tested. When I found out, I honestly knew I had it already because someone that I was helping, they also got tested and their results came back before me. So once I found out I tested positive, kind of beat me up a little bit because, I lost 11 pounds without even trying to cut weight. People think COVID is fake, but honestly, it took me right off my behind and that thing was real. And I'm just happy to be back in full health and doing what I love again.
What was that battle like? How hard did it hit you?
It hit me pretty hard, man. I was bedridden for at least a week or more. Socially, I couldn't really go out, talk to anyone, interact. I just knew my fight was still happening. The gym was still open. I knew I wasn't able to train. But honestly, it hit me pretty hard. I got a stomach ache at work. I had to go home early, and then cold chills came, then the fever came. And then, like I said, I just started dropping weight like nothing. Like I lost like 11 pounds in 2 days. But I made it out, man. Made me stronger,
Now, what was the process like of getting back to training?
Getting back took me at least 2 to 3 months to feel normal. I was training pretty hard for 2 months, but I was still fatigued. Like, I was wondering why I was so tired. So I'm not that tired during training, but like I was consistently training, but I was still tired. But finally, after 3 months, my manager hit me up with a fight. And I don't know if that motivated me, but I just stopped getting tired. I started training hard again, and I got back on track pretty fast. And now I'm feeling like myself again.
How long would you say it really took you to feel like you? Because I'm sure that was a pretty shocking feeling once you were, negative, that you weren't feeling like you did in the gym normally.
Yeah, I was told there would be after effects. Sometimes some people, they don't get their taste back or their smell back at all, or, for a few months, they'll be tired. I really didn't think it was going to happen to me, but I was definitely really tired, and it took me a while to really adjust. And like I had to run, really had to start from scratch, even though I did lose 11 pounds from COVID. After it was over, I got my appetite back. I could smell, I could taste again. So, I ate everything in sight. I was so happy to have it back. And I got up to about 173, 174. So I dieted down this camp to 160. I'm well on my way to making 145 next week. And yeah, that's pretty much my story.
Originally, when you were going to make the pro debut, we were doing a series of interviews. We built that up a lot. Emotionally, was it a hit losing that fight with kind of, I don't know if we did it, but it felt like we were building this up for you. So I know there was that kind of excitement on your part.
Of course, man. I had 11 amateur fights. I've been waiting to make my pro debut for quite some time. I felt ready to go in March, but it just wasn't in my plans or my future for me to take that fight. Honestly, dealing with that camp, comparing it to this camp now, I would have to say that this camp was much smoother. I had more energy. Um, it just felt better. I had the right training partners around me. Whereas that camp, I didn't know I had COVID, but I was pushing through it, but it was a lot harder to get in shape. I got in shape fairly fast this camp, and I'm really feeling back to normal.
Are you thinking that you might have had it for a while before you tested positive? Just, it sounds like with how you were feeling.
Yeah, definitely, because I was training hard. I was hitting it hard. I had almost 10 weeks to train for that fight. And around the sixth week, I thought I was, I might have thought I was burning out from being in fight camp or just getting too tired. But one sparring session I had, man, I was going hard with Diego Brandao, and like after the session, like I pushed through it, but I just dropped to my knee, and that's when I knew something was wrong because I couldn't breathe at all, and I felt like, I don't know, like I was gonna pass out. Emotionally though, it definitely had an effect on me, but what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, and being able to have to like rebuild myself back up to who I am, and having this pro debut in my hometown of New Jersey, or my home state of New Jersey. I don't know, maybe it was just a test from the universe. I feel like it was supposed to happen like this. Now I get to make my pro debut in New Jersey. Coach Joey's coming with me. I got a few teammates coming with me. We're going to rock the house. I promise you that.
Ring of Combat 73, already said we're a week out, and you're going to be taking on Damion Nelson. Talk to me about how it felt to be able to sign this contract and know that the pro debut was back on again.
I felt relieved, man. I still got a long way to go. I feel like my skill set, and I feel like my skill set is there, and I'm ready. I'm ready to make this journey as a professional. So it feels like a long time coming. Like I'm ready to go. I'm ready to showcase my skills. I feel like I've been on ice, like Captain America for a while, but I'm ready to show the world what I can do. When I step in the cage, my personality totally changes. I get mean in there, man. It's war. It's modern day. I'm a modern day gladiator, and I can't wait to show my family and friends what I've been doing for the past 6 years. And I also can't wait to make my coaches in my gym proud, because I've been working really hard with these guys.
Talking about you change, turn into a different dude when you step in the cage. Are you going to get a little more hype just stepping off that plane, getting back to the Garden State?
Yeah, man, it's definitely going to be an experience for me. I haven't been home in 5 years, and I can't wait to see my people. I'm going to rise to the occasion. It's definitely going to be emotional. I get to see my grandma. It's not just a fight trip. It's a trip to visit my family. I've been training here in Albuquerque for 3 years almost. So I get to see my mom. She hasn't been to any of my last 3 fights because I'm here in Albuquerque. So she gets to watch me fight every time she's there. I fight harder. She's literally been in my corner ever since I was a kid. Whenever I had a fight or anything, she never let me show weakness or anything. So this is going to be great, man. This is all I ever wanted. I can't wait.
It sounds like you said, the kind of presences worked out, made this happen, and it almost seems a little more fitting for you. Hometown, get that kind of love, that ovation, get that feeling the first time out as a pro.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be surreal for me. But at the same time, I got to make sure I got tunnel vision. As a fighter, you can't be emotional. I know it's gonna be loud. I know everyone's gonna be there cheering, but I got one task when I step foot in Atlantic City, New Jersey, and that's seek and destroy. And I mean that. That's what I'm going to do. I'm here to seek and destroy. I'm like a shark swimming through these Jersey beaches. Damion Nelson, it will not be ready for me. I can't wait to fight, and I'll be at sea level. You know how it is with high altitude training.
Are you expecting that's going to be an advantage for you?
Yeah, he trains out of New York, which is at sea level. Me being above sea level, coming down there is definitely an advantage. And I believe in it because I've experienced it. When I came to train in Albuquerque, it took me 3 weeks to adjust to the altitude. And then I see guys come and visit all the time, you know, after rolling with me or someone that's been here for a while. They're like, oh man, I gotta adjust to the altitude. And these guys are in shape. Like they come to Jackson Link in shape and they still have to adjust. So I definitely know my lungs will be working way smoother than his on that night. I plan on taking him to deep waters if it takes that long.
Now, do you know much about Damion? Have you studied your opponent much for this fight?
Of course, a great warrior studies his adversary. I know exactly how he fights. He's a striker. I'm not sleeping on him. It's a great matchup. You got a striker versus I'm not even going to call myself a grappler, but we all know my wrestling base is very strong. But I feel like I'm a mixed martial artist now. I feel like I'm going to dictate the fight. If I want to take it to the ground, I will. If I want to keep it standing, I will. It all depends on the fill out. Like I'm going to seek and destroy. This is my fight.
It's now 2 professional fight camps in the bag. I think we count the last one. You put in enough weeks. You did enough work. How do you feel you've evolved so far here in 2021?
Man, honestly, from an amateur fight camp to a professional fight camp, it's more like a job. I'm training at least 4 or 5 sessions a day, doing strength and conditioning, making sure I'm running, making sure I'm sprinting, making sure I'm sticking to my diet because I don't want to lose. I don't want to miss weight because if you miss weight, you got to give up some of your purse. And it's true professionalism. You have to show up. You have to be ready. You have to get your medicals. You got to make sure everything is on point. So on fight night, there's nothing to worry about. You can go in there and do your job. I cannot wait to clock in.
No, you can't wait to clock in, get out there. Gotta ask, what's going to be the walkout music?
Walkout music, I'm definitely coming out to Jay-Z, Where I'm From. It's an East Coast song. It gets me hyped. It's on my fight camp playlist. I can't wait.
That sounds great. It's glad to see this is happening finally, and glad to see that you're healthy, man.
Yeah, I feel good. I feel great. I know you hear people say it all the time, but I'm truly in the best shape that I ever been. And I truly feel like I'm in my prime and it's time for me to go. There's always room for improvement, but I'm ready to be a professional mixed martial artist.
Rakim Thorpe, thank you for the time.
Thanks, Micah. See you soon, bro.